Good to see you.
We're going to show you how to really prep and prepare your soil in a way that you can do yourself. That's not back-breaking work. It really takes all of the kind of elbow grease and just kind of that pain in the neck job out of it. From Sunjo, our friend Sean Pickford is here. Thank you for coming to the first I'm going to give you a little hug. Good to see you. I know when I see Sunjo on my screen, we're in garden season.
Yes, we are.
This is our Joe product family, our Sun Joe, our Snow Joe, our Aqua Joe. So what is this handheld long-handled tiller cultivator?
So it's basically 2-in-1, okay? So we all know what a tiller cultivator looks like. It's something about this tall, okay? You stand up over your flower beds or your garden or whatever and you till the soil. But what we've done is we've taken this, so we've made it from this into this so that you can interchange between the two.
Oh, wow.
So now I have one to work for tabletop if I want, and one to work down below.
What is it actually doing? Like for the person who maybe is starting gardening for the first time, why is this an essential tool?
Because it's really simple and easy. You take your battery and you're going to click it onto the back like this, okay? Now you're ready to go. So instead of me taking a shovel or whatever to turn over the soil, when I turn this on, these little heads on here, they go back and forth. So they mimic like mixing and stirring things up. So instead of me churning my fingers in the soil or a shovel, this will now do it.
And what does that do for, like, why would I want to do this to my soil before I plant anything?
Well, I took the soil that was in this table and I compacted it down. And now I'm aerating it or turning it over. So it's making it easier for me to plant my bulbs, plant my flowers, plant my seeds, whatever it might be. But I'm also turning over the nutrients that may have sunk down into the soil. So that's what this does, and it does all the work for me by those steel tines that go back and forth. So they go in there, they aerate the soil, they can dig down 6 inches deep. So that's the tabletop version.
Do you ever have you ever tried to plant your flowers and the soil just seems so compact? So you dig a little tiny hole and then you stick the plant in it and then you wonder why the plant doesn't thrive? It's because you basically boxed it in.
Right.
You've put it against a wall of brick, of soil, right? You want to break that up.
And this is soil that we got out of one of the bags that we bought at one of the home stores. It's all lumpy and clumpy. But now I can go ahead and I can take this, I can move it back and forth. See that clump right there? Well, it doesn't matter because the 24-volt lithium-ion battery gets down in there and it chews up those clumps of dirt. I can push it down in there. If I want to dig a hole, I can move it back and forth. So it makes all the lumps and tough things in the soil that makes it hard to plant so much easier. It's also ideal for getting rid of the weeds when you start growing weeds.
Oh, okay, let's talk about that because nobody likes weeding, and it's one of the things, it is one of the things that drives you the most crazy. You get everything planted, there's a spring rain, and suddenly you have a lot of weeds. Show me how this can be a weeder without breaking my back or taking forever to do it.
Well, because of the size of the head on this and the size of the actual tiller blades that we have on there, it allows you to be able to get between your plants. So if I had flowers planting in here, and you see I just went from the long extended handle, this is the handle here, you take this out. So now I've put it into handheld mode. So if I had flowers or plants, I can go between them, all right? So I'm not disturbing the roots, but I'm getting down to where all those weeds are, because what do the weeds do? They rob your plants of the nutrients.
And you are basically plucking those weeds, popping them right out of the soil, and then you can just, pick them up and move them if you want. But you have basically, the worst thing you know this, right? The worst thing you can do is pull on a weed and you just break it off at the soil level because the roots are still intact and it's just going to grow right back. This gets it at the root level. So this is a weeder. It is a the cultivator, it is a hand tiller, and it's at a great clearance price. This typically is $194, so we're doing it for under $150 on Easy Pay, $30. I like the Joe tools because I can use them. They don't require gas or even a plug or extension cord. I like them because they take all of the intimidation out of tools that frankly in the past, like when you do the chainsaw, would have kind of scared me. You can use a Sun Joe tool.
Yeah, that's the great thing about these. You saw how easy it was. Again, I went from the smaller handheld version now to the full length tiller that I can use so I can stand up straight in my garden. All it was is a matter of unlocking 2 things, sliding them together. That's it. You have the blades on here. You never have to worry about them being sharpened. This also comes with a 4-year warranty. That's unheard of when it comes to a tool that cultivates in your garden and your
you're
flower
going to
beds.
put this through its paces. Now, you're not going to have to do a lot of work, but this will do a lot of heavy work for you, and it comes with a 4-year warranty. It also comes with the battery, and it is that 24-volt battery. This battery alone, this is your big, good battery, right?
Yeah, I mean, that battery lasts a really long time. It's part of our 24-volt platform where we have over 70 other items here at QVC that use that same battery. So if you already own another Joe product, you have a second battery for this.
Right. So your Sun Joes, your Aqua Joes, all of your Snow Joes, from your chainsaw to your air compressor, they all use this battery. Now, if you want to buy another Joe tool without the battery, you don't have to buy another battery. Saves you even more money.
That's the great thing about it, and it's real easy to use. I love the handle on here, so you can adjust it for different sizes.
You know what I like? I like that you're doing this without bending over. If you can do any kind of gardening, whether it's your flowers or your vegetable garden, and not be bending over, you're saving your back.
Oh, you really
You're
are.
saving your knees.
You're saving your back, you're saving your knees. Look, I can get down there to get the weeds and stuff like that and do the planting. It's getting back up at my age. Makes it a little tougher. I'm 60 years old, okay? So I love gardening. I love my flowers and my vegetables and all that kind of stuff. But getting down there on my hands and knees is the hardest part to getting back up
Well,
afterwards.
what's the alternative? What are you going to do? Like, you know, get in there with like a spade and try and overturn that dirt, and you know,
it's going to take forever.
That would take forever. Also, even for like really getting in there and just getting rid of those weeds. 5 easy payments of $30, and it is a Joe tool, part of the Joe family. You know you can trust it. You have a 4-year warranty.
4-year warranty covers everything from this end, the top of the battery, all the way down through.
And you know what we never did? We never bent over in this whole presentation.
It's nice heavy-duty construction. That's why we give it the 4-year warranty. We know it's going to last for you. I love mine because I love to plant my flowers. I hate the weeds. This is a perfect way to do it. And I even put mulch down in between to help try and combat it. The mulch doesn't get stuck in this. It weeds it out. If you need to just turn over your mulch sometimes to make it look a little fresher, especially if you buy the darker mulch and it starts to fade. Use this to turn the mulch over to make your flower beds look like they're brand new.
Genius, especially coming up with spring. We're doing this before you really need to have it. So that first day you want to go out and work in the garden, you have a tool that's going to make it a pleasure, not a backache. On Easy Pay for $30. It's our Sun Joe 2-in-1 handheld tiller and cultivator. Awesome.
It's really easy. You can't make a mistake with it. It's got all the power
As you're doing
in the
that,
world.
I can smell like the fresh dirt.
Yes.
And I really feel like, oh my gosh,
It's
garden season's almost here. Like, well, here officially, but almost out time to get out there. I didn't realize how much I love the smell of dirt. He started turning it over. Okay, thank you so much. It's good to see you. So grab that now on Easy Pay, just $30. Okay, let's talk about planting your paradise. All right, we're going to show you something now that really you